Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to getting well informed. Today, we're really diving into something that, well, it touches almost everyone's life. This often hidden link between stress and your heart health.
Yeah, we've gathered quite a bit of research for this deep dive, articles, studies, and they all seem to point to how the pressures we face, work deadlines, money, family stuff, even just the constant phone buzzing, it's not just mental, it's actually taking a physical toll on your cardiovascular system. So we're going to unpack the science, why chronic stress is so harmful, and then look at natural solutions, including one specific supplement called Cardio Shield.
It really is fascinating, isn't it, how we tend to think of stress as just, well, an emotional thing, a mood. But the research we looked at, it really emphasizes the physical side, how it directly hits blood pressure, inflammation, even the structure of your arteries and your overall heart disease risk. So, yeah, our goal here is to help you understand what stress is doing physiologically, why that really matters long-term for your heart, and how some natural compounds might offer some targeted help. We all know that feeling, being totally overwhelmed. But the research really drives home how physically demanding stress is.
Yeah.
It's not just a feeling passing through. It's like a whole body alarm system going off.
Exactly. When you face stress, your body flips that fight or flight switch
Danta.
instantly and floods your system with stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline. Now, in a real emergency, needing to jump out of the way of danger, that's life-saving, gives you that burst of energy.
Essential for survival.
But the problem is, when that response happens day after day, just from work emails or traffic, that chronic state of alert, it's incredibly damaging to the heart. It's like keeping your foot slammed on the gas pedal constantly, even when you're just parked. Your body's braced for a crisis that never quite happens.
Okay, so the body's stuck in this, like, permanent emergency mode. What's that actually doing to the heart and blood vessels? How does that constant pressure cooker translate into real heart problems? What are the mechanisms?
Yeah, the research lays out several really significant ways this chronic stress hits the heart. It goes way beyond just feeling stressed. First off, there's a big impact on blood pressure. Those stress hormones, especially adrenaline, they make your blood vessels clamp down, tighten up.
Okay.
Which means your heart has to pump much, much harder to get blood flowing everywhere. Think of like squeezing a hose while trying to push water through it. That's your heart. And over time, that constant extra effort leads straight to hypertension, chronic high blood pressure,
Right.
a major risk factor.
Right, makes sense.
Then there's the increased heart rate. In that fight or flight state, your heart's just beating faster than it needs to most of the time. Great for escaping danger, not so great sitting at your desk.
Yeah.
So if your heart is constantly racing, working harder without enough downtime, it just leads to, well, premature wear and tear. It basically ages your heart faster.
Wow. Okay.
And then, this is a big one, inflammation. Research consistently links chronic stress to higher levels of inflammation all through the body. Systemic inflammation.
Okay, inflammation. We hear that word a lot.
We do. Think of it like your body's fire alarm for injury. But when it's constantly ringing because of stress, it's not helpful anymore. It actually starts damaging the delicate lining of your arteries, makes them sort of rough and sticky on the inside, which encourages plaque buildup.
So that's how plaque starts.
It's a major contributor. That plaque narrows the arteries, restricts blood flow, and seriously bumps up the risk for heart attacks, strokes, things like that.
Got it.
And finally, kind of ironically, stress often pushes us into poor lifestyle habits. When we're stressed out, what do?
Reach for the comfort food. Maybe skip the gym.
Exactly. Overeating, especially sugary, fatty foods,
Yeah.
smoking more, drinking more, exercising less, and these things, of course, create this vicious cycle. Stress leads to bad habits, which put even more strain on your already stressed out cardiovascular system.
And the research really backs this up, doesn't it? The sources clearly show people under chronic stress have a much higher risk of heart disease, stroke, problems with their arteries. It really shifts stress from just feeling bad to being a concrete health risk.
Absolutely. It's measurable.
Okay, so if chronic stress is this, relentless enemy chipping away at our heart health, what can we do? What does nature offer to help our bodies cope, maybe become a bit more resilient? The research brought up this really interesting group of compounds, adaptogens.
Yes, adaptogens. That's a really key concept here, and it offers a pretty unique approach. See, unlike a stimulant that just jolts you, or a sedative that knocks you down, adaptogens are these amazing plant compounds that help your body adapt to stress more intelligently.
Adapt. How so?
Well, they don't just push your body one way. They work to normalize things, to restore balance. So they can help regulate those stress hormones we talked about, cortisol especially. They boost your overall resilience, promote a sense of well-being. Basically, they help you maintain a stable internal environment even when things outside are chaotic. It's like upgrading your body's stress response software.
Huh. Restoring balance instead of just masking symptoms. That sounds much more, well, sustainable. So how specifically do adaptogens help out with cardiovascular health, according to the research?
The heart benefits are pretty significant. First, by helping your body manage stress better overall, they can support healthy blood pressure regulation. They help keep things in a healthier range, kind of counteracting some of that stress-induced tightening of the vessels.
Okay.
Second, they seem to help reduce the damage that those constant high levels of stress hormones can do to the blood vessel linings, less micro damage over time.
Protection, essentially.
Right, the
Yeah.
protective effect. Third, they often promote what people describe as calm energy, so you feel more alert and focused, but without that jittery, anxious feeling you get from caffeine or pure stress. That calmer state indirectly takes some load off the heart.
That sounds ideal, actually.
And finally, they seem to enhance recovery, both from physical fatigue and mental drain. Chronic stress just depletes you, right? Adaptogens help your body bounce back, restore its reserves more effectively, and this ability to build resilience and recover, that's fundamental for long-term heart health. It's about strengthening your body's own defenses.
So building on that idea of adaptogens, the research also talked quite a bit about a specific product, Cardio Shield. It wasn't positioned just as like a generic blood pressure pill, but more as a science-backed formula offering targeted defense against stress effects. How does it supposedly work?
Yeah, Cardio Shield was interesting because of its multi-pronged approach based on the materials we saw. It's described as using a research-driven formula to tackle not just blood pressure, but also the oxidative stress and inflammation from daily tension. They break it down into 4 key areas.
Okay, what are they?
First is stress hormone regulation. It apparently includes natural compounds specifically selected to help balance cortisol levels. The aim is to stop that constant flood of stress hormones that strains the heart muscle and arteries, sort of like turning down the volume on that internal alarm system.
Right, managing the cortisol.
Second, improved blood vessel relaxation. It works by supporting the body's own production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is this really important molecule that basically tells your blood vessels to relax and widen.
Oh.
So that directly fights the vessel tightening effect of adrenaline during stress. Relaxed vessels mean smoother blood flow, healthier circulation, better blood pressure. Makes sense.
Definitely. What's the third?
Antioxidant defense.
Classic.
Chronic stress generates a lot of these damaging molecules called free radicals. Think of them as causing internal rust or damage over time. That's oxidative stress. It hurts heart tissue, makes arteries stiff. Cardio Shield is said to have potent antioxidants to neutralize these free radicals, acting like a shield to protect cells and keep arteries flexible.
Like internal rust protection. Got it.
Exactly. And fourth, it incorporates adaptogenic resilience. So it actually includes some of those herbal adaptogens we were just talking about. These have roots in traditional medicine, but also growing scientific backing. They work together to support mental calmness and just reduce the overall physical wear and tear that stress causes. So it's aiming for both mind and body benefits for the heart.
Okay, that makes sense. It sounds pretty comprehensive. Now, we all know about things like meditation, yoga, deep breathing, exercise.
Yeah.
They're fantastic for managing stress, right? The research absolutely confirms they're crucial, but it also raised a point. Why might those things alone sometimes not be quite enough?
That's a really important distinction. Those lifestyle practices are, without question, foundational, essential, but they don't always directly fix the underlying biochemical changes that chronic stress might have already set in motion in your cardiovascular system.
How so?
Well, for instance, meditation can calm your mind, lower your immediate stress response, which is great, but it might not directly repair existing oxidative damage to your artery linings or, say, optimize nitric oxide production in the same focused way a specific nutrient might. That's where targeted nutritional support is suggested to come in.
Oh, I see.
So Cardio Shield is presented as something that works with your healthy habits, not instead of them. It's positioned as giving your body that extra sort of internal layer of defense it needs to stay balanced, especially during really tough, stressful periods. It's providing specific biochemical backup while you're doing the important work on the outside.
Okay, that clarifies it.
Yeah.
So wrapping this up, what's the big picture for you, the listener? I mean, this deep dive really hammers home that stress isn't just in your head. It has this deep, measurable, sometimes hidden impact on your heart. And it's really crucial to pay attention to the signs, right? High blood pressure, feeling constantly tired, being unusually irritable, not sleeping well. These could be signals that stress is taking a bigger physical toll than you think.
Absolutely. And understanding that link, that biochemical connection between your stress levels and your heart health, it's empowering. It
Yeah.
means managing stress isn't just a nice to do for feeling better mentally, it's a must do for your physical health, especially your heart. The research suggests that combining those smart lifestyle strategies, the meditation, the exercise, the breathing, with targeted natural support, like the kind offered by Cardio Shield, gives you a powerful way to actively protect your cardiovascular system and build much greater resilience.
Your heart works nonstop for you. It definitely deserves more than just barely surviving the daily grind. It deserves calm, balance, vitality. What really struck me from this deep dive is just how complex stress is, but also how many tools we actually have now to support our health, from internal biochemistry to mindful habits. It's about attacking the problem from all angles.
Exactly. I think the key takeaway is that a really proactive, holistic approach makes the most sense. One that integrates those proven mind body techniques and science backed nutritional strategies. That combination offers a much more comprehensive shield, a stronger defense for your heart against the, let's face it, often relentless pressures of modern life, building that defense from the inside out.
Well, we hope this deep dive into stress and heart health has given you some valuable things to think about for your own well-being, maybe some new strategies to consider. Thanks so much for joining us on the deep dive.